green.
Oh, but Koa holds it around the outside, and he gets a way better exit.
Take it.
Pushing hard, already 3 wide into turn 1.
A little bit, and a group of Astons just piling up on him, trying to hold everybody off. Push him wide a little bit. Oh, but you can't make it stick.
Boonstra is able to hold the inside.
Got a little overlap, but he can't do it.
Ooh, and he just caught it.
Mr. Sir and King are banging doors.
Oh, shoot. And we're off and away for SRA.
Hello, SRA Nation. We are back.
We are
after
back.
a long hiatus of the season, waiting for the new one to start. This has got to be the most exciting season to date. We say that every season, but this season, it's true. Just like all the other seasons, it just keeps getting better here at SRA.
And bigger.
We're back here with D1. I am your picture-in-picture host, Paulie Hartman.
I'm your cameraman,
joined
Jess
by-
Osborne.
And we're also joined by Fari.
Hello.
And he's going to be tagging along with us today. Doug was supposed to be here. Doug is a slacker, so he's not here.
Doug has this impression
so-
that, like, family is important or something like that. Can you imagine? Gross.
Pretty lame. Pretty lame.
I haven't seen my family in years.
Exactly.
Sim racing comes first.
That's right.
We are currently on an infinite loop of free practice. I assume that they're waiting for some bozos to join in.
That must remind these drivers of all of January, because sim racing is life, and these guys have been spending all of 2023 preparing for this season starter. Literally all of it.
All of
And they-
2023.
And they can't even get it right. Come on, guys. But we are looking at all the new liveries on track. We were just discussing this before the stream started. Always fantastic to see these new liveries out here. Right now I'm looking at Ivan McCroat here in the picture-in-picture. Looking at his beautiful number 277 Porsche going around the track. With that split two-tone.
This is a beautiful livery. One of my favorites for sure.
Looking at Ryan Walker in the picture-in-picture. Madhouse
Ooh,
Racing taking a little
spinning
dive
it.
off the track. That was planned.
Doing it for
assure
show.
you.
Wants the attention. Now, this
Well, dude,
Lambo wants the attention. Oh, that's right. We got two cars superimposed on top of each other.
And one of the new talks of the season, guys, a little bit of off-season drama going on here. Fazley, a near and dear to our heart D1 driver who's been with us for a very long time, has started the Armamentario Racing team. And they have a pretty stacked lineup. A lot of new folks, but all the new folks that you want to have. I am on board, or was on board, with Shishnov. I apologize for the poor pronouncing I'm doing, which I'm sure I'm doing, but that livery was looking sick as well. But now we have gone into
Qualifying.
Yes, qualifying for the Silver Division. As always, guys, and if you're new, we have two splits here in SRA for each division, the Gold and the Silver split. The Gold drivers, they are the fastest of the fast in North America and beyond. So that's where the absolute top echelon of SRA goes to battle it out. But make no mistakes, the Silver Division, which is going out on track right now for the qualifying run, they're extraordinarily fast too. I wouldn't count any of these guys out for some top finishing positions, especially if things get a little hairy going on during the race. But yeah, I'm on board with Michael Jeffries right now. And the number 5 Lamborghini, this is a big change-up for him, and we're going to be seeing a lot of change-ups all up and down the grid as far as cars that people are driving. Looking at our owner here, Tyler James, head admin.
Beautiful car.
Looking fantastic. He's driving the Aston Martin this year. He has abandoned his Honda dreams in favor of Aston Martin sweatiness.
I don't like the Honda, but at least that's more fun than the Aston. I drove the Aston last season, and it's just boring. It's just boring.
Look, he needs a little extra help. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He needs
he needs those little training wheels.
Yeah, he needs the training wheels to keep up with these boys. Every season that these guys just get faster and faster and faster. So, you have to keep up with this pace. And, a lot of people here got lives, work, family. If it was up to them and up to me, it would just be sim racing. But
that's right.
A lot of practice is required to be in this upper echelon of racing here in D1. And sometimes it's better just to stick with a little bit more stable of a car. It's a very easy car to race with. And I think that we're going to see Tyler do great things with this Aston Martin this season.
What says? If I'm correct, he's the first car out on track.
He is.
Evan spotted. Man, these liveries are sick this year, or this season. But have y'all noticed something that we've been invaded? Have you noticed by who?
Who have we been invaded by?
Weebs.
Weebs? Oh no. Is there more?
Oh yeah. Besides
where are they?
the diva-themed cars everywhere. Here, I'll find them. There's another one.
Yeah. The Pillars Racing.
Yeah.
Blue and pink. I don't know if that counts.
They might be in the pits right now, but we had an Evangelion-themed Ferrari, I think it was.
Ooh.
Oh, John Sparks, Comic Racing. Look at this one. Come on, let me... Now that is a hood graphic.
In the picture-in-picture, I'm looking at Grant Cleansing, who's coming around for a mighty quick 145.0. And these are just the warm-up laps, guys. This is always the first lap, maybe even the second lap. Those are your warm-up laps. Second time around is where the gloves come off.
Oh, yes,
Peter O'Brien putting in a solid banker and then immediately saying, let's go to the beach.
First beach trip of the season?
Looks like it, actually. That might be the first. But he's quickly bested by Koodromo, who is gracing the Porsche with his presence. He left the Bavarian BMW for this, is it Stuttgart? I don't know, I'm not a Porsche guy. Well, not in real life, only in sim racing. Sticking with the Germans, though.
Speaking of which, I'm seeing a lot less Hondas and a lot of Porsches.
There are a lot of Porsches, especially in the gold split. But you know, something that jumped out to me is that in spite of how much of a Porsche season it seems to be and how popular it is amongst the driver choices, the fastest laps around here in this server right now are all held by Hondas. And two of them, I think, by new people.
Honda did get a tiny little nerf at the end of the season, just before the last race, actually. I don't know if that affected anything too much. These Hondas are still putting in blazingly fast times.
Dylan Stallworth's about to put himself on the podium provisionally with this Delta right now. He's up half a second. And he does. Provisional pole right now.
I'm looking at Griffith, who is up 3/10, going on 4. Driving in the number 192 for Comic Racing in the Porsche. These Comic Racing liveries they've gone all out.
Every season, they are class leading.
I don't know how they do it. I sit there and bang my head for like 4 hours in front of the Photoshop and come up with a pile of crap.
Yeah, it took me a couple days to put together a very simple 917 inspired livery that I was so stupid I didn't even know was already in the game.
Yeah, it's so the work that these guys put into these liveries is absolutely insane. Almost none of them are off-the-shelf stuff. A lot of people put in the work and put in the hours to make these things, and this year, as with this season, as with every season before, it just gets better and better and better.
Real talented artists amongst the SRA grid.
Most certainly.
Not for
3 minutes left of the silver qualifying right now. Codromo still sitting on top.
Dylan Stallworth might have a premature end to his stint or his qualification.
Marlowe is up 4/10 if you want to pull him
Yeah,
up,
that's
but I'm
huge. He's
still
about to be on the
sitting on
podium.
Griffith, who is going up and down on a 10th. Dan Cran, a newcomer to Division 1, previously won Division 2, and relatively new to the league as a whole, just goes up a couple positions all the way up to 7th here for the silver qualifying. Griffith has lost that time, now has a queue of drivers behind him. He doesn't hold those people up too much. Evan Kim is looking mighty fast today as well. Was on him for a little bit earlier. Up 3/10 right now.
Oh, Gareth Sykes was also up 3/10, and he was on for a good lap, but he kind of scrubbed it all off on Sector 3. No improvement.
I cursed you there a little bit, Evan. He invalidated it pretty much as soon as I said he was
Jay
going
Sparks
fast.
is up 6/10.
Jay Sparks, yeah, improved 6/10 and decides to hang it up after that. 1:30 left of the qualifying session. Jay Bray, a new face, driving for Pillars Racing with Diego in the 963 Honda.
I swear there's like 8 Diva-themed cars on grid tonight.
Pillars Racing has definitely done a little bit of a D1 takeover here this season, and hopefully they do really well. I know that this conglomerate has made a lot of waves in the past, has a champion to their name, so hopefully they can scrape one together this season under the watchful eye of Diego Fimbres Casas, who is one of the fastest drivers in SRA, and just a really great dude. Ray lost that time that he was up on previously. Not a whole lot of improvement around the track. Victor Diaz is improving, but he's on an invalid lap. Evan Kim once again improving. Hopefully this time he can keep it valid. Almost 2/10 up here, going into the second sector.
Gareth Sykes once again throwing away a good lap in Sector 3.
10 seconds. 5 seconds now left in qualifying. The gold drivers are lining up.
Oh, did number 19 make it? Did Diaz get an extra lap? I think he crossed the line right as. Wow, that was
Got an
close.
extra lap. I think he did.
Like just by the skin of his teeth.
A lot of improvements from those left on the track at the moment, except for Jay Bray, who once again is up almost 2/10 here. Evan Kim losing a little bit of that time, but gaining it back up a 10th, losing it, gaining it, losing it. Oh, hopefully he can improve here. He needs to get half a 10th. Ooh, not enough to get him a position. He's awful close to Normandu, who is only 200ths or 200ths up on him.
Victor Diaz aborted. Going back to pits.
We do have improvement from Stallworth and O'Brien.
And Vicini.
O'Brien?
Oh, and he throws like so many we've seen before. He was 3.5 tenths up, but he throws it away on the last 2 corners. They're killer. They're such a killer. Sorry,
Allworth
Felipe.
does improve all the way to second place.
And Jeffrey Bray shows us how to drift. You can't park there,
O'Brien
sir.
is not going to improve on this one. So that is the end of our silver qualifying. Except for Tyler James, who's even on his last lap and will not improve. He's going back to the pits. So that now is the end of our silver qualifying. The golds are now on track. They have 10 minutes to do their thing.
Any predictions for this first race?
That the new Russians are going to go really fast.
The Russians are going to go fast. So we have some newcomers that made a really big splash with their hot stint. Kopsov in the 985 Honda, as seen in gold here in the picture-in-picture. And we were also looking at Shishnov, also in a gold Honda here. These two are teammates. They put down like the 2nd and 4th fastest hot stint times at Kyalami for our qualifying. So these guys are going to make really big waves here. Also, Diego is in the BMW. This is interesting. We talked with BMW. We talked with Diego last season, and he was saying that he was likely going to be back in the Porsche, where he won his championship. But this is an interesting switch up for him. BMW, it's a really stable car, really fast car, a lot of good subs for it, a lot of good drivers who drive the BMW, still in the meta. But
it's not a bad car. It's just also
doesn't
boring.
Seem like his style, though. It's another boring car, very stable, too stable, some might say.
It's like
very
the polar
good-looking
opposite.
car,
Other than brakes, it's the polar opposite of the Porsche.
Yeah.
And Michael Manning comes out swinging with a 43.9.
And speaking of SRA regulars making some big changes, Matt Lehman in the Aston Martin. Still donning the number 67, but now donning Champion Motorsports skin. We'll see how he does this season.
And Ryan Eade, provisional P2. Off by just under 400s behind Romo. Wow.
Ooh, so close.
I'm sure they'll find out at the time, though. That's only his banker.
I would also like to point out something really interesting here. Dominic Duran, known for his Plan E Coca-Cola racing team, is now driving the Porsche for Coach Jeffries.
Sick.
This is an interesting turn of events here. He's in the number 21 Porsche.
Can we get some Coach Jeffries Academy spam in the chat?
CJA. But Michael Jeffries really threw together a fantastic conglomerate this season. We were messaging back and forth. Earlier this season, he was worried that it wasn't going to get thrown together. A lot of maybes, but it looks like a lot of people came and showed up, and he's just got a fantastic group of people going. A lot of SRA regulars, a lot of really good guys, a lot of people that maybe they didn't get all the luck that they thought they deserved in seasons previous.
You get what you deserve.
So hopefully these drivers can find some more time, find some more championship points this season. Definitely rooting for you up here in the booth.
By the way, I was saying before about the Weeb invasion. I found one. Nicholas Alvarado, number 247. Check that out.
I have to avert my eyes. I can't even look.
While we were talking about that, pole and second place are now split by 5 thousandths.
What the freak? That 43.59. And Nick Alvarado best that. The Weeb is winning. What?
All right, guys, Russians, come on, let's go, chop chop.
And Nicholas is piloting that Ava like you've never seen.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left of the qualifying run for the golds here, and Kodromo is still hanging on.
Yeah,
Fourth
really
place.
respectable time for the silver division. Wow,
Speedy boy.
clearly a strong track for him. Travis Nordstrom, Plan E Racing Porsche. Why hasn't this been shared with me? Me and Waleed are scrambling, wondering what the hell we're going to drive. Because we're also in the Porsche, just in D3 because we're slow. This is sick. Can we steal this, Trav? Is that alright? I like it. It's patriotic.
Seems that everybody is losing time on their laps in the third sector.
Oh yeah, it's brutal. People are pushing way too hard, trying to brake too hard, going deep.
Here is the most interesting car choice on the track right now. Brooker Quigg for Blind Hen Racing is driving the Nissan.
Oh hell yeah. What a king.
Very, very interesting car choice. Not sure how that's going to work out, but we will see. So far, it doesn't look so hot. He is sitting in 40th.
What do you mean? His tires are 35C.
That I'll give him a break. I'll give him a break. But it'll be interesting to see how this Nissan performs this season. We know Brooker Quigg is extraordinarily fast. Obviously fast enough to be up there with the rest of the D1 Gold drivers. So we will see.
Look at the split between the top four in this gold division.
Yeah, it is
all
so close.
in a 10th.
Not even a 10th.
Ryan Yee moved up and is now only 100th and a half behind pole.
Oh, Kopstov, he had a good delta and he invalidated Sector 3.
You see it.
This is a very nice skin here.
It's not going into.
Yeah, he's finding time. If he finds any more, he'll be on the podium.
Yes. 3/10.
He's doing it.
Is in the third sector.
He's doing it. He just has to not whiff. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
Keep it smooth. Keep it smooth. Almost 4/10 here.
Not the perfect exit, but he's doing it. 3/10 up. That's enough for P3.
It was fast. It makes it even closer of a fight for pole with 30 seconds left.
And has Spangler 6/10 up on his time right here.
Oh,
he's in
Menning was
23rd at the moment.
up.
See how much he's going to improve. 6.5 tenths. And he's going to go from 23rd all the way to first.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down, slow down.
2 thousandths ahead of Alvarado. What a screamer of a lap.
And he's still improving. He's a 10th up in the first sector at the moment.
How's he going to improve with the blind tin in front of him?
I don't know. Blind Hen's going to have to get out the way. Maybe he'll push him.
You give him the old bump draft.
That is the end of the time for the qualifying session. So anyone that started the lap before that timer ended can still finish their lap. Spangler is certainly pushing around the number 8 Blind Hen. Maybe we'll see some improvement here. Brooker Quigg is actually a little bit down on his time and disappears off the thing.
Ryan Yee coming out of the third sector is pretty even on time right now. Oh.
Spangler's
Might be.
3/10 down now. There's no way he's improving.
Ryan Yee coming for a 0-0 across the line.
Oh, Neville almost finds enough to snag one more position. Not quite.
Brooker Quigg takes the access road. Sends it a little deep in the corner. Spangler pushed him a little too hard through there. And that is the last car to come in for the gold qualifying session. So Spangler with 143.5 is our pole sitter. Alvarado and Yee coming in for second and third. Our first place for the silver split is Codromo, then Stallworth and Marlowe. So we're going to take you on a little bit of a track walk here, guys.
Top 4 Hondas.
I'll take you from the back.
Whoa,
Sure.
now buy me dinner first.
Whoa. I'm sure Jess is going to start from the front. Change my wording up a little bit there, folks. A lot of great liveries here on track. Cannot stress that enough. Still some people that have blanks on here. Maybe my fault.
Probably not. I synced as well right before, and there's a couple black cars like the Porsche. There's at least 1 or 2 Porsches that are black because they did not correctly sync their livery. Just showing the carbon fiber. Every season we have the same issues. Every season.
Gosh, guys, get your stuff in gear here.
Making me look bad. You're reminding everybody it's a video game. To me this looks like a work in progress, but it's sick, right?
It is pretty sick.
Like I want to see this pattern, this artsy cloud motif put on the rest of the car. Cuz like these teal panels, they just look unfinished in my opinion. Still really cool.
A lot of two-tone going on.
Yeah, it's really popular. It's getting more popular too, like split down the middle or diagonally two-tone. Good point. Like there was that one, there's this one. There's more.
You have 2 Madhouse Hondas here sitting in the front.
30 seconds.
Let's go Madhouse.
Weeb identified.
Not-
819. Weeb detected. Weeb detected.
20 seconds.
It's signed. Interesting.
10 seconds.
I'm running out of time. I gotta go faster.
I'd like to take a moment to thank some of our sponsors here at SRA. Go Setups, providing the best setups for all of ACC. Track Racer, with some fantastic aluminum sim rigs, one of which I own myself. I can personally vouch for their high quality.
If you want to support SRA, you can do that by shopping with Track Racer with our affiliate link, which you can find in the Discord under affiliates. And if I were better at my job, you could probably find in the description of this video.
I'd also like to shout out Armamentario, making some awesome software for ACC, making the lackluster stock HUD a whole ton better. Highly encourage you guys to check that out. Retro Saga has some really awesome retro games and retro games accessories. Go check them out. Documise.
For all your product management needs.
Who else? I think that's all we got. Thank you guys so much for supporting SRA. Going on the outlap here. Warming up their tires, but not sure how warm they want to get them. Forgot to mention, guys. Oh, wait. This is Barcelona, and not just any old Barcelona. This is 42 degrees Celsius.
It's hot.
Barcelona.
This is like middle of the summer Barcelona.
Like hot,
Yeah.
hot.
Middle of the day, middle of the summer, Barcelona. The track is bubbling up from the hell pits below.
The stands are empty because everybody's on a siesta hot.
They all got carried on stretchers from heat strokes.
Yeah, we saw
Yeah,
it even
it's-
in the half-hour practice race yesterday that track wear will be an issue, even for cars and drivers where like an hour stint is like no sweat on one tire is in brake set 1. That will not be the case this race. It's an issue. People are seriously thinking about taking tires, and I'm not sure if it's worth it, but it's so bad that people are thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's either be aggressive for a little bit, take tires, and then go back out and continue to be aggressive. But you're going to lose about 27 seconds or something like that. Or no, it's more than that. So you're going to lose basically 30 extra seconds rather from taking tires in the pits. So you got to make up those 30 seconds with that aggressive driving and with those fresh rubbers. Is it worth it? I don't know. Time will tell. We're going to see what these pros do in this situation. And everyone is lining up here. Getting ready to go green here.
Green light. Give it all you got.
And we are off and away for SRA Season 6, Race 1, Division 1. Going on the main stretch here at Barcelona, we are seeing a little bit of movement here. These Hondas up front, 4 Hondas. They're battling it out for this first position. Will there be any carnage here? Hopefully not. Spengler and Alvarado changing positions back and forth just a little bit here. A lot of position changes up the green
and we got a
grid,
yellow
and
flag
Matt Lehman. Oof. Durant's also caught up in the trouble.
People are
France
swapping
is
places
still off
all up and
track.
down the field right now. It's chaos.
Matt Lehman has no visible damage, but he is in the very back of the grid, so he's going to be someone to watch out for.
Oh, my Lord.
Huge crash. This is half the field.
Oh, my God.
This is half the field.
I'm going to catch the
Oh,
replay
no.
before it's too late.
It's a great idea. I'm going to try to focus on the battles.
So we caught it literally just the moment of impact. He gets tapped on his front left quarter panel and goes spinning right around, and that spells disaster for everyone else. Wow. I think that might be the worst lap 1 incident we've seen ever. That was literally
That's
almost half
pretty
the
bad.
field. Wow. That's going to throw a wrench in a lot of these drivers' plans. Fortunately for them, that pit window is a lot closer than it usually would be, right?
Yes, 40-minute pit window this race instead of our usual 15. Drivers filing through one by one here. Not a whole ton of position changes. Victor Diaz losing to position to Jay Bray.
From 1st to 14th, there's less than a second between all these drivers. Let's take a look with Diego. Starting sector 1, trying to reel in the Russian. Is that Alexei or? Yes, that's Alexei. O'Reilly and Sir are swapping spots back and forth right now. I don't know if you're catching that. Side by side right now.
Oh, no, I do not see that.
P15.
Thank you. Oh, wow. Very close together here. Nice little battle going on. 3 cars here. We have Nate Specht, Riley, and Mr. Sir all locked in a battle here. Riley jotting up the inside. Grit Thieves is going to take the position. A little bit of bump there going on with Mr. Sir. Nate Specht is just holding back, waiting for these two to cause each other issues. Remember, all this battling is tire wear. When the track is so hot, The more you stress your tires out like this, the worse it's going to get for you. Overheating these tires early on is going to spell a lot of trouble for you. And these drivers have slowed each other up immensely. A huge pile-on has started behind them. Look at this train that we got going on here. It's 4, 5, 6 cars, all within a couple of tenths of each other.
The top 3 are starting to get away.
And looks like the Ferrari's taking the inside. Mr. Sir is going to have to concede here. Neville looks like he's going to gain a position here on Nate Specht. He's not going to let it go that easy, though. And it's going to have to happen, though. Nate's nothing he could do on the outside, letting 2 Mercedes pass him. Once again, not much he can do here about this other Mercedes. He's just got to defend to this Honda behind. Pillars Racing, once again, caught in a awkward position here. At least he's going to have the inside.
Well, Kopstov looks like Kopstov gets the inside of Dominic, but Dominic gets a better launch out, and that gives him the inside for the next one. And that leaves Kopstov with the Diva-themed whatever that is, BMW, and spins him right around. Perpendicular on the racing line, not where he wants to be right now. Rough start for our new driver here.
Ray and Specht were side by side for almost half the lap there. Now they break that action. Going to this super hard braking zone here. Onto the 3rd sector.
They're going 2x2 through Sector 3 right now. What is going on over here? These drivers are crazy.
Sector 3 is wild and out.
The midfield is getting crazy.
We'll change over to Chris Stefiak. Man, look at this pack going on. Yep, 2x2.
Around the outside.
Going over curbs.
I mean, they're just shy of driving into each other. They're trying their damnedest not to.
Slots back in. Look at this train.
Evan McCroat having to lift a little bit here. Yarrington taking advantage of the situation in the slow Porsche here. Banging doors a little bit here.
Stefiak coming out the winner right now, though. Schwartz and Santana side by side. He's going to hang it around the outside. He's going to make it work. He's got the inside on the Ferrari. And, oh, what's it? Oh, he's got another Porsche trying to make it 3 wide. That wasn't going to work, sir. Oh, no. Now it's everybody else's problem. Oh, where do you go? Where do you go?
Left or right. Choose fast.
Ay, ay, ay.
They try to make their way onto the track safely. Griffith falling back to 47th position. Matt Lehman, though, working himself back up to 32nd. So not too bad. 7 minutes into the race here, and these drivers are still lined up.
That would have been a very brave move, Dan.
Ryan Yee at some point got into the lead.
Oh, wow. When did that happen?
And is a second ahead of Spangler.
Oh, man.
Well, he's lapping,
Classic
he's lapping
Ryan
faster
Yee
than Spangler, too.
things here. We will see. This tire wear is going to be brutal here, so maybe this will cost him in the end. These are the things you got to think about here. Good and Kopstov.
Getting spicy. Kopstov tried to cover him off, but Good just had way too much speed, drove around him before he even got to the corner.
Kopstov, but there's no ST.
Yes, there is. Oh, it is Kopstov. You're right. I am so
Koptsov.
sorry. I'm illiterate.
I'm trying
I'm
here.
an
Okay.
ignorant Westerner.
Number
and he's trying harder than I
985. Looks like he's got a little bit of damage at the front. Maybe, maybe not. Might be mistaken.
Either way, Dan Good is all over Smith right now. The Liqui Moly BMW. That car is sick too.
Taking a look at Mr. Good's onboard here. as they go onto the back straight. Braking zone hairpin right here.
Our fight for P2 is still pretty hot. We got a four-way fight for it. Half a second between all these drivers.
Yes, and Ryan Yee is just getting more and more time away as these drivers
And
behind
he's
him
speeding
fight.
up. He put in a 43.9. Everybody else is still putting in mid-44s.
At the beginning of, between now and the beginning of last lap, 0.5 of a gap has been made between P1 and P2.
Look at this train. Oh, RG Bargy Honda managed to keep it together.
Somebody's
But Michael Jeffries in Lamborghini comes out way behind. Let's take another look at that. So he tries to hang it around the outside. And yeah, the Honda hits him once, forces him wide, and then comes back for round 2. Ouch.
Looks like Dan Good overtakes Smith for P23.
Man, it's popping off around P37 right now. All this fight, but in front and behind him, it's crazy.
A lot of great trains going on here. I'm looking at Nixon and Neville battling through the third sector here. These two Mercedes with Bray not too far behind.
Somebody's off into the pits. It's Mr. Sir.
That's got to be for damage, right?
Has to be.
Why
It's
would you
very
come in
early.
this soon?
He was bleeding some positions early on here, so maybe he's just hoping to, get in the pits early and get some clean air before everyone
Oh,
else.
and there's another one in the pits.
Take advantage of the good
Couple
tires.
people.
Popsov is in the pits.
Nick Sand.
Kim is in the pits. Sykes, Anderson, all in the pits. Sparks. Jeffries. What do you think the plan for these drivers are?
Pray.
Ryan Yee, almost 3 seconds now.
He is just turning on the turbo, isn't he? Oh! And around P34, Chris Brown is having a tough time trying to get around Tyler James with Grant Cleansing all over him. All over him!
We have a driver request redeemed for Victor Diaz.
Victor Diaz. All right. Victor Diaz sitting in 22nd at the moment. Just in a pretty good train here. He's got Q Smith right behind him and Dan Good right in front of him. Very good company to be in. Whipping in the Porsche this season. Was in the AMR last season, and the was in the McLaren before that. So changing around cars every season. We'll see how
That's
he
always
does
fun
in
to
this
do.
one. He does have a little bit of damage in the rear, so we're going to see how that affects him through the race.
A little bit of separation at the top. Ryan is still blazing ahead. Jeff has put on about 1.5 seconds.
Oh, Chris Brown gets a way better exit on the exit to Sector 3. But so did Grant, and that leaves Tyler James up really vulnerable right now. Oh, almost. They come together. They almost wreck each other. Not Tyler, but Grant and Chris. And Grant gets around Tyler. Tyler's hood is bumping all around. He looks like he's got damage. I wonder why he hasn't pitted yet. That might explain why he was getting eaten up on exits or something.
And a great little train going on here with Walker, Menning, O'Brien, and Duran. With Diego Fingers Casas not too far behind. O'Brien?
Yeah.
Look. Okay. I'm trying.
I got you.
I guess it makes sense now. O'Brien. My apologies, folks. You can call me all sorts of names in general chat.
And you
Just
can
make sure to
forward
at
your
me.
complaints to me. We'll
Michael
address
Morning in
them.
the slipstream.
Oh.
Gonna pull out to the left side.
It's about to happen. It is happening.
Oh, does he get the better line? Does get the better line.
Look at the Porsche all up in his face.
Yeah. I'm on board with O'Brien right now.
Oh, when he
Had to
gets
back
held up
off a
so
little
bad
bit,
that
got
Dom
a little
comes in.
hairy.
Dominic Duran says, "Thank you very much. My turn." Oh, but the outside isn't going to work for him, is it?
If he can hang on and take the inside for this next corner, it will.
Maybe? No, he backs
backs
out.
Not quite, not quite. Now Diego, like a shark in the water,
Hey, this train
looking to
keeps
scoop up some of
tightening
these
up.
positions.
All this battling.
Oh, Victor Diaz, who we just watched him a moment ago, he gets around Loic. And Victor, if you're listening to this, fix your livery. No, like right now. Go to the pits, fix your livery.
Leave.
I've still just been watching these top three, and they are just so separated.
Since the last time we checked, Ryan Yees pulled out, what, another second and a half?
Yep. Looks like the next battle down would be P3
That's right.
between.
It's,
Do you think Ryan's doing a number on his tires at this pace, though?
you know, I don't know. I'm not his teammate. I'm not very familiar with like his driving style, if he's really aggressive on tires or not. Maybe he can go that fast and pull it off. I certainly could not. Oh, we got action in the midfield. Diego and Dominic side by side. And behind them a little bit ways Bray and Nixon as well.
Well, Diego is sticking to this line, but he just does not have the exit speed.
Mercer sees blood in the water. Wants something for it. Can't quite get there. Gets a little squirrely on his tip in there. On the back straight. He's going to lose all that time gained there, but
Riley wants a piece of Mercer too. All this battling, they're just getting tighter and tighter. At this rate, Marlowe's train's going to catch up.
speaking of Tighter and Tyler, how's our favorite admin doing? Tyler James, 4/10 away from Chris Brown. No, 4/10 away from Mr. Sir.
And where is he? Oh, back
He's in
P35.
35th. Not doing too bad, but C. Brown, yellow flag. In the middle of the track, not a great place to have a yellow
Oh,
flag.
I'll catch the replay. What happened? Oh, yeah, he rode that curb too much. Rear end lifted.
That'll happen. Looking at G. Sykes, a name I do not recognize.
Gareth?
In the 496 Aston Martin. He's sitting in 45th. a little bit of a battle starting to form up with him and Jay Sparks, it seems. Maybe, maybe not. Jay Sparks is probably from his pits. Robinson also not too far from Jeffries back here, battling for 42nd. 5/10 between the two.
The track's starting to thin out now that people have actually pit.
Chris Brown going into the pits. Nate Speck 4/10 off of the back of Tyler James after doing his pit stop. Definitely not how you want your pit to go. Come out of the pits and be stuck right behind somebody.
Felipe Vicini just got around Walker in the entrance to Sector 3. Oh, but the fight for P10's closing up right now.
Yeah, let's go, Nate. Yeah, Tyler, talk a lot of smack about Champion Motorsports. That's what you get, buddy. Santana and Quigg, 3/10 between the two. What I want to know is, because here in SRA you have to have a teammate that you sign up with. You guys both have to be driving the same car. Well, who is mad enough to drive the Nissan with Burker Quigg?
That's a good question. That is a really good question. Who's his teammate? I don't see another
going to look.
Nissan. Not on grid tonight.
We have Patrick Rust. Yep, that is the
checks
classic
out.
blind hen duo right there.
That checks out.
Definitely checks out.
God, Sector 3 is so bumpy. It's so scary. I'm not even driving and I'm nervous.
Riley, Mercer, and Diego.
Still
Yeah,
this close.
Pretty close little battle here.
Mercer protects the inside, but it's not good enough. James Riley gets the better line for the next corner, and he's got it. Maybe he can beat the Ferrari with the brakes. But where?
We're coming up on this back straight. Maybe a little bit of slipstream might help. And again, it's a Porsche.
So, Fickert.
Oh, he misses
Ryan
his
Yee's
gear.
lap time. Uh-oh. Ryan Yee's last lap is a 1:44.9. And it looks like he's been, his best is a 1:43.9. So he's been hovering around that mark for a little while now as I've been watching him. Doing a little chat interaction here.
We jump up ahead to Riley's, a fight with Riley's teammate, Dylan Stallworth, in front of us right now. Michael Menning almost went to the back of him a couple corners ago. Looked like something was about to happen. But does Michael have a run on him right now? He might beat him to turn one. Ferrari tries to cover it off. Is that going to be enough?
Short and Saucy in the chat says that Patrick Russ was unable to get out of work obligations. I say quit your job.
Racing is everything.
Yes. And they do not quite make it side by side through the corner. Michael Benning pins it on the apex on the second corner, and he gets the door closed on him, and that door bounces right off of him.
Colorado heading in for the pits.
Can we all just appreciate how fun and silly and clever Coadroma's team name is? Porca Ferme. I love that. The curse! The curse! Well, I'm so sorry. Koa, you better not have the stream on. Oh god. I'm so sorry. Let's watch that in slow motion. Oh, it was worse than I thought. I thought he just went a little too wide. I didn't realize this whole exit was screwed. Well, I feel a little less bad about that. That's driver error.
Welcome to the chat, DNX3. We're going to be taking a look at the pit times and seeing if anyone did take tires or not here in a little bit, as soon as a couple more drivers head in. Most of the people that are going to be doing the pits are going to be doing or that are going to be doing tires are going to be doing it at the halfway point. They would not be going in for tires early.
Robo is coming in.
A lot of F's in the chat for Kodroma.
Man, look at the way that Porsche rides the curbs. Isn't it great?
Oh, Jeff came in.
Great little battle that I've been watching while looking at the chat here. Chris Defiak, Victor Diaz, and Travis Nordstrom. Got a pretty tight little train going on here. Matt Short's not too far behind.
I think
the
Ryan,
trio of
sorry,
Porsches here.
I was gonna say, I think Ryan Nee's got a pit of it pretty soon. He's about to come up on back markers.
Yeah, Jeff just pitted, like I said. I think this is the optimal pit window right here.
If you're taking
the
tires,
30 minutes.
this is going to be the optimal pit window. It really just it depends. I think the conventional wisdom is if you have traffic in front of you that's slowing you down and you can't get past them, head into the pits. If you have damage, it's best to fix it earlier rather than later.
Yep.
So head in the pits as soon as possible. Neville into the pits right now. So is Victor Diaz. Hopping out of his little battle here. A little bit of separation going on here as the different pit strategies diverge here a little bit. But we're going to really start to see this group up again towards the end of the race. But my pit strategy
Trav goes
is
deep.
always...
Matt Schwartz tucks up inside. Easy position.
My pit strategy is always stay out as late as possible.
Oh yeah, every time.
So I can tell my mom to get the camera and say, "Hey mom, I was in third place. Look at that." Ryan Yee heading in for the pits right now.
I do enjoy going out as late as possible. Going in. I think there was like 2 races I went in early. It was like maybe the first 2 races of the season.
I forget what race it was last. It might have been No. I think it was Suzuka. I stayed out so long that I was actually P1 when I pitted. Oh, and I think the Ferraris have reunited. Stallworth and
Ryan Yee has
Riley,
come into pit.
all their competition is pitted or been left in the dust. Now they can help each other on the way to P1.
Forgot how far apart Ryan Yee and Spangler were before they both pitted, but
Like
Interested
4
to see-
seconds, 5 seconds.
yeah, I'm interested to see what that gap is as Ryan's leaving the pits now.
So this will not be totally accurate yet because some people have not pitted, of course. But some of the bigger movers so far, Smith, driver number 617, has moved up 28 positions. Schwartz, 34. Vicini and Klinzing, 27 each. Santana up 25. And I won't read off the lost positions because that could be pitting.
Santana and Quigg right now having a little go at it. 3/10 between the two. Battling for 18th position. Ryan Yee comes out of the pits in 15th place.
Tyler James still is not pit, and he's got damage. Curious. I wonder why he's staying out.
Just thugging it out.
Just a straight gangster. Doesn't care.
Chat said Yee took tires because he's behind Duran now.
So that is a great opportunity to go look at the pit times. Time in pit. So a lot of people into the pits now. Nixon, Mercer, O'Brien, Schwartz, Riley, Klinzing.
Well, I'd say more than half of the drivers have either had to take tires or repairs because they're stopped for more than 30 seconds. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, so Yee looks like he has a 1 minute pit time that is longer than everyone else here. He took tires, looks like Spangler, Alvarado also took tires, Walker, O'Brien, Riley, Diego, Mercer, Nixon also have taken tires, Bray, Dan Good, Yarrington, Loic Normando, Victor Diaz, Matt Schwartz, Chris Stefiak, Ivan McCroat. I think the dominant strategy for D1 so far has been to take tires. Coach Romo has the longest pit stay with 1:26, likely fixing the damage that he sustained earlier on during the race.
Man, Ryan Yee's got to be kicking himself right now. Or Jeff Spangler. Wait, what am I looking at? No, he's fighting. Never mind. He's fighting for position. I thought he was behind somebody who had not pit yet. No, he's fighting respect.
Brown fixed the damage that he sustained and had a 1:43 pit time. Neville also took tires. Walker tires. Nick Sand with tires. Michael Jeffries doesn't look like he took tires. Durant's didn't take tires. Lehman, Nordstrom, Kopsov, Kim, Nate Specht, Mr. Sir, Stallworth, Duran, all those folks did not take tires. Still a couple people still left to pit.
Jeff
That
Spangler
includes-
sends it up the inside of Nate Specht, and it works. Now Nate Specht's under threat from Osaka.
Felipe Vicini, Smith, Marlowe, Shishnov, Quigg, Santana, Tyler James all have not pitted yet. Still a decent amount of time left of the pit window. 26 minutes and 34 seconds left of the race.
Always comes out ahead of Ryan Yee. Ooh.
But Victor Diaz is scrapping right now with Durant still. These two have been glued at the hip, haven't they, for like 5 laps now?
Look at all those Porsches in a row.
Wow. Only broken up by 2 Lambos. If you squint, you might not notice them.
Suggest a pole. Shoot, Fazley. You're putting me on the spot here. I don't know how to make a pole.
Ryan Yee is catching up to Stallworth. Ah, stop and go 30. You hate to see it. For Smith.
I don't know what the pole is. It's Chilsey. I'm a little confused at at Fazley's pole. Is the pole?
Are you a mod in
what?
Twitch?
I am.
So /poll and then put whatever options he wants. In chat,
Fazley.
it's a chat command /poll.
Okay. Fazley, you're gonna have to work with me here. What is the pole? And I'll make it for you, buddy. Hey, what are you doing not on track here, man? What are you doing? I don't. There's not a way to verify with the system that we have if it's chat repair or damage, but we can just assume if it's over a minute pit timer, it's probably going to be
Damage.
tires.
Well, 30 seconds is tires. Anything more than that could be anything, right?
No, it shows me time and pits total. So
I can see time stopped.
Ryan Yee went on the inside of Stallworth right before the final chicane.
Probably because I'm on a 4-3 monitor, it doesn't show me all the options. But I'm just assuming here.
4-3.
If I see a minute total time.
Sorry, that was classist of me. I should strive to be better.
Looking at Quigg, Spangler, Alvarado, and Santana and Nate Specht locked in a very close little group here. Spangler just pushing Quigg around, a little reminiscent of what we were seeing in the qualifying here.
Oh, Nick trying to find the inside that doesn't exist.
Ryan Yee is. Did Durant not take tires? Ryan Yee has closed that entire gap, has passed Stallworth, and is now on the back of Durant.
Durant has not taken tires.
There you go.
You know, Ducky plays games. This is actually a monitor from 2001. Okay. Don't judge me here. Yeah.
It's amazing. Good on you.
Look, man, gotta
reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yeah, I was gonna go with the less family-friendly idiom there, but I decided not to.
Well, Ryan Yee on the inside, T1 of Duran. And gets the
He does
done,
it.
makes it stick.
Michael Menning got a huge run on Kopsov. Oh, but Quigg's getting involved in drama again. Well, not drama, just a scrap. Oh, and he loses out to Spangler and Alvarado into Sector 1. It's got to be hard getting that beast stopped in time and gracefully.
There you go, Fazley. You didn't tell me what to put in the poll, so there's your poll.
Walker and Diego side by side, 2 corners straight.
I mean, he already a second and a half away from the race. That tires might actually be the better strategy by a lot.
Oh no! Oh no! Diego! He gets sandwiched, gets the tap on the back, spins him right around, and he's in an awful spot to try and rejoin because where do you go? That isn't perpendicular to the track. I lost him like 5 spots. That sucks. Oh, and what's this? Lehman and O'Brien are like side by side. Well, let's look at this train led by our comrade in arms, fellow commentator Andrew Anderson. Got like 400 cars behind him, all for position. Oh, and speaking of Yarrington, shows Tyler James what's up into turn 1. Oh, and Tyler James under threat again by Loic. Does he still have damage? He hasn't pit yet. What is he doing? He's driving around with all this damage, wondering what's wrong. When Durant's lost out 2 spots to some fellow Porsches.
Goonan 7 Rav says, tried to race tonight, but couldn't keep going. Sprained his wrist on Sunday. Hadn't had any practice. Tempted to drive. No go.
Oh, no! James Riley gets taken out by a car trying to rejoin. He was hanging around his outside. I didn't catch who that was.
Quig has managed to hold off most of these folks behind him, only letting Alvarado get by him.
Oh, we got to check out Santana. He's being sandwiched right now by Kim and Menning. People are shuffling spots all around.
Kim managing to get by. Stay by.
Oh, and the Aston and the AMG come together. They managed to keep it together.
Lehman and Riley side by side going into the second sector here.
Oh, wow. O'Brien's all over Kopsov. Oh, he's got the exit. He's going to beat him here. But can he beat him around the outside? I don't think he can. Not even in the Porsche.
Nixon
and I'm wrong. He does it.
Nordstrom.
O'Brien does it around the outside of Kopsov. Oh, and Kopsov's off.
No.
Visiting the beach.
Was it a little
And he
tap?
gives.
Was it
He's
a
out.
bonus
Oh,
or
what? that is a rough start. I wouldn't have given up in P14 this late in the race, but yeah, rough start conditions for our newcomer here. Not the start he was hoping to see.
Santana, Kopstov going to the pits.
Oh, did they touch there? I think Quig just got a love tap. There's no way he did not just get touched there. There it is. Nate Speck's getting real impatient with him. Let's look at it from Nate's point of view. Oh, are you catching? Oh, Diego's off. Yellow flagged and fallen rapidly.
Uh-oh.
I'll catch what happened with the replay.
All right.
Oh, he gets the Porsche on his inside wash, just like 2 inches too wide. Sent him to the straight to the Shadow Realm. No
Dan
return
Good
flight.
and Vicini. Close little battle here. 3/10 between the two. Going to this hard braking zone into the hairpin. Dan Good and Dan Cran. Dan Good not too far behind. Battle of the Dans going on here in the Hondas.
Oh, and Ian
8-17
McCrow,
and 8-19.
he's off too. Let's see what happened. Oh, he washes wide into the other Porsches there. Oh, and you know that must have ground his tires just flatter than a board right there. Wow. Yeah, let's get to this fight with Dan, the battle of the Dans right now, and not just them.
Dan Cran looked like he was going to look at the inside of Vicini, but wasn't able to make anything happen down the front stretch. Backing off just a little bit here, still very close, a 10th between the two, now side by side. They're side by side, and he's got the inside, so he's going to try to take this position if the Ferrari can hang on, and I don't think he can.
Definitely
the Ferrari's
not.
now under immediate fire from Dan Good behind. Holds the position though. Dan Cran's relatively new to the league here. This is his second season, I believe. Was in D2 last season, won it, and then they bumped him up to D1, and he seems to be doing very well for himself up here. Driving a Weeaboo car.
Ooh, just catching a replay. Andrew Anderson having a moment, trying to rejoin and comes a little bit too soon onto the racing line. Fortunately, he survives.
And Cran overtakes Lehman for 19th position. That's big respect right there. Also like the Takata airbags logo on the side. Who knows, the car could
That's
explode
funny.
At
That's
any
funny.
time. Send shrapnel right into your neck.
Think twice before hitting that car. Oh! Peter O'Brien sends it deep. Or it tries to send it deep around Nate Speck, and it almost worked.
Nordstrom also gets by Lehman. Lehman was one of those who did not take tires.
Just not pitted. 6 seconds behind Yeet.
Ooh, Mercer and Walker getting together a little bit there. I'm going to check the replay. Riley was
O'Brien and Walker?
That was Ferrari. Riley and... I don't know. We'll see. Looking at the replay, it was Mercer and Riley. Mercer touching Riley just a little bit, sending him off into the sand trap. Everyone seems to be okay, though.
Well, the Honda wants to send it on the Porsche that's already sending it. Uh-oh, it's getting crowded in Sector 3, boys. I didn't know you could fit 2 cars there. But they just did it. And he's flashing. He's getting real impatient. Peter wants to go. Oh yeah, he's definitely being held up, and he's tired of it.
This Honda has a great run onto the front straight here. I'm on board with Walker, who's now getting alongside O'Brien, battling for 12th position.
Oh, but Peter's got the better brake, so he goes a little too deep, almost loses the rear end and goes right around.
Now
and he's getting swallowed up.
3 wide for a second there.
He does keep ahead of his teammate, though. Just. I'm sure his teammate wants to get going, too, because he's under threat. It is a huge train right here. Riley getting around Nixon. He'll be putting the heat on Mercer too soon. And Dan Good getting around Matt Lehman.
Pit window is closing down.
And you heard it there, folks. Pit window is closed. That means 10 minutes left of the race.
And with that, I can give you meaningful position changes. Evan Kim, easily the biggest winner. 20 positions up from P30 to P10. Excellent performance.
Quick maths. Look at this train that just formed up. Nate Specht, Walker, O'Brien, Mercer, Riley, Nixon. And Walker is just... He's going crazy out there. Has Nate Specht on the back foot. Nate takes the outside. Walker takes the inside. Walker has the run. See if Nate's going to send it deep and stick it here. And he is. He's going to get the inside for the next corner. Has to walk out just a little bit. This Porsche takes advantage here. Is now on the right on the back bumper of the number 887. Sticks it out wide. Brings it back in. No positional changes, but man, very tight little battle that just happened there.
They're very lucky nobody spun.
Only 6/10 between all these drivers right here in this 4-pack. Walker once again looking to the inside of Specht's. Specht's just not covering off the corners enough here. Walker's going to take it, but Specht is going to probably have the advantage for the next corner here.
Sure
Walker's
is.
going to have to stay outside, and he has to tuck in behind. Nothing he can do. Hopefully he's got enough run to keep this position here. Nate's defending hard on the inside.
They both cover
Porsche on the outside.
because they know they got a parking lot of cars behind them.
And this Honda still manages to take the inside, but Nate just manages to brake a little bit later into this next corner here. Walker just
Nowhere to
pedal
go.
to the metal.
He's trying to go around the outside, trying to look for the inside, but Nate's
Nate
defending
is
like
really
a
putting
champ.
Just big brain moves out here, man. That's the Champion Motorsports way. And look at the line of cars behind him. Good Lord. I'm going to get on his wing.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
cover
get
the
that.
TV cam.
That's what I've been doing.
This is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars
Walker's looking at the
directly behind
outside
him.
once again.
Oh, it's 2x2 again.
Okay.
Oh, and
Oh, wow. And we got a Ferrari going way too slow.
No.
And a Honda.
And a big spin. Looks at Walker and Specht got together there. I don't know. I don't know about that one, guys. I'm gonna do the replay. Oh, I got it just a little bit too late, just to see the carnage from the outside view, but it's rough. It's rough. Let the stewards handle that one, but for now, all these drivers get back on track safe. Both these drivers losing good few positions over the ordeal. And Spect now sitting in 17th, and Walker in 24th. Man, a great race from both of those guys. Only 6 minutes left, so it's just not going to be feasible for them to make up any of those positions, but at least they can make the best out of it. At least Nate and Matt Lehman are side-by-side here, Champion Motorsports drivers. Hopefully they'll get the photo finish.
Oh,
Ooh,
Peter
Tyler Ryan.
and Jeremy are really fighting each other way too hard.
Peter went a little wide at that turn. Still feel bad for Dromo, who's down in P27, looking to make a move on Loic.
You can look at Tyler James.
Riley
and
tries to go around the
Sykes.
outside of Peter. Peter gives him a little tap as he tries to turn in. That loses James a couple seconds, or, well, a second or so. He's in the clutches of Nixon again. Oh, and a challenger appears. We got Dan Cran.
And Cran.
A little TV time to this battle for 40th position. Tyler James and G. Sykes.
Nixon goes way
Couple
too
tenths
deep
off.
into that corner, and that gives Dan the next corner before he even gets there. I was going to say, Dan sees like 3 positions ahead of him that are 4 points. How many can he get? There's one.
Tyler James and Sykes side by side here on the front straight. Tyler's taking the inside line here, playing defensive. Tyler still with that heavy damage on the front of his car. Sykes with damage all over the side of his car. A little bit of bump taps Tyler out there. They both stay safe. The number 21 for CGA is throwing them blue flags and pushing them aside. So that's going to break up this battle for now.
You know what they say, if you're not rubbing, you are racing.
That's right.
This is true.
Ryan Yee, 4 minutes left, 14 seconds ahead. Absolute clinic from the man.
Parks and Quig, 4 tenths off the back of each other. Good little battle here for 34th position.
Jeffs is on the back of Sir, 2 tenths.
Alvarado's been licking his chops. I think he's going to be trying to make a move on Mr. Sir real soon.
Got a little 3-way battle for 6th position going here. Oh, Moning is now here too. Menning, apologize, is now here too.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the onboard of Michael Manning here, driving the AMG again this season. Number 18, looking fantastic in that livery, but we've got a 4-way battle that has just formed up. 6th place. One's hawking down Mr. Sir.
Wide from Alvarado there.
Two and a half minutes left. That gives everybody what? Where's our leader? 2 laps tops, right?
Yeah, something around there. Ooh, Spangler's got this.
Peter O'Brien and James Riley once again side by side. Peter nearly closing the door on him, but managed just to pull ahead. Better exit.
Oh. And Alvarado suddenly just walks out from the corner and Michael Manning just takes that position.
Oh, James Riley yellow flagged in the barrier.
Real squirrely. Alvarado goes for a full 360, just sideways on the track here. Not a good spot to be in. He's not going to lose too many positions if he gets on track real soon here.
We're watching James Riley right now as he tried to go up the inside of Peter, right at the same time that Alvarado was losing it.
Lap down. Give it all you can.
Catch both, unfortunately.
Still a really good battle. A minute left of the race. Spangler, Mr. Sir, and Michael Manning all battling for the 6th place.
I'm gonna put some back markers here too.
So, looking at the board here, the talk of the night has been tires or no tires. Ryan definitely took tires, but Shishnov, Duran, Stallworth, Marlowe, Mr. Sir all did not take tires, and they've gained positions for it.
Interesting.
Also, Evan Kim, who is up 20 positions, did not take tires as well.
Something that's got to be pointed out, though, is that the whole point of taking tires is if you can make use of the extra pace, and Ryan Yee can definitely do that because he's consistently putting in best laps, right?
Well, there goes the
3.8.
The session timer has just ended.
As Mr. Sir, Menning, and Spangler are bumping and banging, trying to get this last position on this last lap that they have around.
Comes Ryan Yee.
Menning looking at the inside, can't make anything happen here.
They make it 3 wide.
Ryan
And there's a car off.
was
Oh, that's
so
a blue
close.
flag. Oh, and blue flag nearly gets in the way of who was that? Kim? Is that Evan Kim in the back?
I think that's the battle between Tyler James and Sykes.
Oh, and Jeff nearly loses it going into the end of Sector 3. He's really lucky to not have been rear-ended right there.
Mr. Sir is able to just hang on to his position.
What a battle
He's
between all these
heavy
drivers.
defensive going all the way inside.
And that'll give P6 to Mr. Sir, P7 to Spangler, and P8 to Minning.
And yep, that's your race, folks, as these drivers come in. Our P1, Ryan Yee, Shishnov, and Duran for the gold division. Stallworth, Marlowe, and Evan Kim for silver. Can we write this down here?
Yeah, Fari, could you do us a favor and start wrangling these podium finishers and get them into the cooldown room?
I can.
So one of them already disappeared, but Ryan Yee, Shishnov, Duran, Stallworth, Evan Kim, Marlowe. Wait, no, not Marlowe.
Yeah, Marlo.
Oh, okay. He's in 38th for some reason on my screen.
There's everybody. Just want me to wrangle them into the
Pull down room. Yep.
Yes,
cooldown room.
please.
Yep.
That was one heck of a way to kick off the season. For better or for worse, it was a lot of action. I'm interested to hear, not much from Ryan. I'm sure he was bored. He was just hot lapping. But from Shichinov and Duran, I want to hear their stories.
I am not seeing many people. Oh, I see Kim.
And that's our P3. These people are going to start filtering in here.
Yeah, hang
as,
with us, folks. We got to herd some cats.
Welcome back, Fari.
Yeah, went to grab somebody, clicked on the channel way.
Stallworth, our P1 for silver. We're
Is
going to
he?
bring him up here. I'm just going to bring him right up. I brought Dan
You brought
Good.
Dan Good.
My bad. Sorry,
We'll
Dan.
put you back where you found me. Sorry, Dan.
All right.
No sudden movements.
Stallworth. Stallworth.
Dylan.
Welcome. Oh,
Oh,
and he's out of here.
You, what? Rude?
Maybe he didn't.
Dylan, we're talking to you.
What?
What is going on?
He does.
Dylan.
Oh, hey, you.
Hello.
You want to be interviewed?
What's up? Yeah, my bad. What's up?
All right, you're all
Welcome.
good. You're all good. A little confusion here. Well, that is a P1 for the Silver Division. First race of the season. How you feeling out there, man?
I feel pretty good. First race with the new conglomerate, Great Thieves. So shout out to them boys. But now a tough race. Hot, very hot. I'm
Oh, yeah.
sweating.
Very
so,
hot.
Nah, I feel good though.
And what was the strategy for you? Tires? No tires?
Yeah, I went no tires. I think it ended up being the right call.
Yeah.
I figured it would be you only get like 5 good laps out the fresh tires, and then also with traffic. So figured no
Yeah.
tires would be the move.
Yeah, putting yourself behind other drivers, even if you got the pace. We saw people get stuck behind each other for quite a while. It's a big disadvantage to put on yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I had a train going behind me for the first like 20 minutes of the race, so I was like, yeah, I don't want to be behind anybody.
Yeah. It's I mean, you were really good out there. You had a lot of great battles that we caught on stream, and new car for you this season as well. So previously in the Porsche for many seasons, and now in the Ferrari. Is that a huge change up for you, or are you feeling comfortable with the car?
I mean, let's see, I did season in the Porsche, season in the Honda, now I'm in the Ferrari.
Oh,
I really like the
true.
Ferrari so far, so we'll see once we get to, the British tracks where it gets a little bumpy. But
Yeah.
no, I think it was a really good first track for this car, so we'll
Well,
see going forward.
congratulations, Stallworth. Don't celebrate too hard tonight. Got work in the morning, but yeah, thank you so much for joining us up here, and hope to see you many more times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
congrats,
thank you
man.
guys.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Who else we
All
got?
right. Who
We have
else?
Yi and Kim. Those are the only other two I see currently.
Let's get Kim in here first.
Okay, moving them.
Hey, Evan.
Kim. We saw you once last season, and I don't think this is going to be the only time we're going to see you this season. Wonderful performance out there from you today. It looked like the winning strategy for you was no tires, and it looked like that was the winning strategy for most of the grid. How was the race? How did the strategy play out? Also, hold up. You also gained 20 positions overall.
Yeah, seriously, what the hell?
That's insane.
I was on fire. I myself am on fire. I am so sweaty right now.
Oh, I believe it.
The tires were on fire at the end. Can confirm. If you're planning on not taking tires tomorrow night, be ready for a sketchy final 15-20 minutes. It is very, very sketchy. Turn your TC up. That thing is gonna be squirrely. I had my hands full. Thankfully, I got around most of the accidents ahead of me without taking too much damage. I picked up maybe 2 seconds from getting a little door action. But yeah, stayed true to the strategy. Pit early, no tires. Try to drive in clean air for the rest of the race, and somehow, some way, ended up P10, taking the P3 in silver class. I'm super stoked.
I mean, yeah, you looked really good out there, and only 2 seconds of damage for all the people that you had to drive through. I mean, you can't complain with that. Just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, like I said, Evan, we only saw you once last season. I feel like this might be the season of Evan. Would you agree?
I mean, no, D1 is super sweaty this season. I'm
No
telling you, some
joke.
of those guys, they got unlucky this race. They'll come back next week, and I will get my booty spanked. I guarantee it. So if I can repeat this, that'd be awesome. But I got no expectations. I'm coming in week after week, just trying to have some fun and race door to door. So
Hell yeah.
I hope I see you guys. But yeah, thanks for the compliments. I have a great time every week here, and yeah, thanks for putting on the stream as always.
Thank
Our
you,
pleasure.
Evan. All right.
We got Duran.
Wait, did I just move him down? Crap.
Yes.
I moved someone. Oh god.
You did.
Oh gosh. All right.
We're
Moving him
professionals,
back
by the
up.
way.
He's muted. Wait, Duran?
Duran.
Okay.
He's unmuted now.
Duran, sorry for moving you
Hey,
around a
Dom.
little bit there.
What's up?
Welcome to the booth, man. Great driving out there. We saw that the winning strategy for you was no tires. Looks like you gained 6 positions overall. And, it seemed like you were maybe a little bit out for the count with your qualifying, but you managed to make it work and outpace a whole lot of people out there and keep the car on the track, especially with the Porsche this season, a new switch up for you. How are you feeling out there, and how are the tires towards the end?
The tires, well, first of all, thank you, gents. The tires were absolutely boiled, just absolutely cooked. It was. I don't think I've ever felt such a loose car, um, as I did with that Porsche at the end there. But I mean, it worked out because I think everybody around me ended up taking tires, but they ended up fighting each other. And then I also pit early to kind of get out of the fight. I had my fair share of scraps, and it ended up saving me a lot of time. And I mean, Ryan, I think the optimal strat is still taking tires because Ryan finished like 20 seconds ahead of me, which is probably more a skill issue than anything else now that I'm thinking about it. But it all worked out. But yeah, feeling good.
Hell yeah, man! I'm pumped. Thanks for bringing home the first podium for Plan E.
Oh, it's been a while.
Well,
It's been a long while.
I mean, a question for you here. I see you're repping CGA colors this season. What happened to Plan E? What happened to the Ferrari gang? I mean, what's going on here? Everything's flipped on its head.
Okay, so Plan E Racing is expanding this season. We are no longer holding our members to the Ferrari. We are setting everyone free, and this season,
For better or for worse, I'm
For
one of
better or
them.
for worse.
I'm in the Porsche, and me and Walid are in the Porsche. We got no livery. What are we doing?
we're letting any livery go. So I actually ran the wrong livery. I think I had the SRA livery up by accident.
You had the red, white, and blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what the Coach Jeffries liveries are looking like. So, you had me a little confused here. I was like, "Uh-oh, what?" I didn't know Plan E dissolved or something. A
Oh
little
no, we're alive
confused
and
out
well.
there. All
I
right,
was
that's good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, I was racing under the wrong flag this week, but Travis Nordstrom made our livery, so I'll be repping that next week.
All right, well, good to hear, and congratulations on your race. And hopefully next week we'll see you up here in the booth again and in the correct livery this time.
Thank you. Take it
All
easy,
right.
gents.
You too.
See you next time.
Yeah,
Who else do we have up here?
We're waiting on
Fari?
Ryan Yee, right?
that's it.
Ryan
That's it.
Yee
All done.
and Marlowe, right?
We got Marlon, do we not?
No.
Nope.
Is Marlo in there?
He was P2 for silver.
Marlo's not in the race review, and neither is Shishov.
Okay, well,
Can we get Yee?
that
We
no
can.
Yee.
Yeah, we
Wait,
can.
oh, there's a Yee.
Wow,
Hello,
who
Yee.
could have possibly predicted this? Ryan Yee winning a race? What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
hello,
is
people.
unprecedented. Never happened before in the history of SRA. Well, you went and won the championship last season, and then just had to win the first race of this season. I mean, how you feeling?
That was a interesting race. I'm lucky I got out ahead after I took tires from most people. Or I'm lucky I got past them a little bit sooner because I know my teammate Jeff got stuck behind some traffic that didn't take tires, so it wasn't worth it for him, unfortunately.
That sucks.
Yeah,
It's kind of remarkable that you didn't run into traffic because, like, you're rolling the dice just pitting even without taking tires. But then you add the tire change. It's so much more likely you're going to be stuck behind people you don't want to be stuck behind, right?
Yeah, I did the math, and I think taking tires, we had at the end 3 to 5 laps where we would be up a second a lap if we were behind somebody. And I think that was the case for some people, and just unfortunately they couldn't get around them despite having the pace advantage.
Right. And then a couple laps later, it's back to normal. Not even worth doing.
Yeah, when I looked, I think it was like 6 or 7 out of the top 10 did not take tires. So they obviously had a very defensive strategy and kept it out front and just defended like hell and kept all those positions. The people behind were lapping quicker, and there was some crazy trains going on throughout the entire race of just like the one guy and then like 6 cars right behind him just would not let him by. So
It was
it was
nuts.
yeah, it was pretty crazy to watch. But yeah, you got out ahead of the traffic. How is the competition looking though this season? I mean, you won last season. I mean, you pretty much won every race last season. And but a lot of newcomers, a lot of very fast newcomers. Did you get an eye on any of those folks? And how was it to drive with these people?
Yeah, I want to know who scared you.
Yeah,
Well, Alvarado, I've raced with him before. I knew he's fast. So I'll keep my eye on him. The two Russians, Alexei and what's the other guy?
Alexander.
Alexander. Of course, they were very fast too, so I have to keep my eye on them. But looks like,
Yeah, we saw a lot of them on stream.
yeah, looks like Alexei got taken out early on, and I just had the pace advantage over Shinov, who didn't take tires. I'm pretty sure, at least.
I don't think so. I didn't screenshot that statistic, and I can't go back. But yeah, but another fantastic race from you, Ryan, and it's always a pleasure having you up here. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up this stream here. Congratulations on the win, and I know we're gonna see you again next week in some capacity.
Well, see you next week. Before we
See ya.
leave, apologies, Michael Jeffries. I took him out on the last corner of one of the laps, and very poor on my end. So
No apologies. Take him out again next race. make it a habit.
$5.
All right, I got you. What's your Venmo? DM me. But anyway, thank you, Ryan, and I'll send you back down to race review.
Congrats, buddy.
Cheers.
You're
Thank
right.
you.
All right, folks, I think that is going to wrap it up for the stream. But before you guys go, I'm going to give a little shout out to all of those who put in so much support for SRA. Our title sponsors, Roby Toady, Daehee Yun, Joshua Arnold, Evan Kim, Paulie Hartman, Thomas Greer, Dominic Durand, Zach Sky, Tyler James, Jacob Wolfman, Fazli Majid, Cal McGinnis, Ramon Lorenzo, Stephanie Fisher, and Matt Morrison. To our SRA sponsors, Daniel Gutierrez, Fresh Phil, Michael Jeffries, Big Poppy, Coadromo, Nate Bright, and Justin Raleigh. I think I don't know why it showed up as Big Poppy on my screen. It's Dewal Bendari. And Fresh Phil is Philip Menzies. I don't know. Discord's like wigging out today. I don't know what's going on there. To all of our affiliates here at SRA, we have Armamentario Software, who make super awesome HUD elements for ACC. Go check them out. We have Track Racer. If you guys are interested in any of their super high quality aluminum sim rigs, I have one myself, and I can tell you it is like top notch. We have an affiliate code with them, and it gives us just a little bit of kickback. So we highly encourage you to go take a look at that and go take a look at Track Racer sim rigs. Also, to Go Setups. Go Setups, they are just the best of the best. I've used them all. I've used a whole bunch of the esports setups, all the big names and setups in ACC and sim racing overall. And Go Setups they're just the best. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if you guys want to be driving in the best setups, and so you know when you're driving around the track, no, it's not the setup. I'm just a terrible driver. Make sure to go and get some Go setups. Highly, highly encouraged. I'd also like to thank Retro Saga and Documise for sponsoring our streams. Thank you so much, guys. Other than that, I think that concludes our stream. I'm signing off as your picture-in-picture broadcaster, Paulie Hartman. I'm joined by our main broadcaster, Jess Osborne. And our tag-along today, Fari Henry. Thank you guys so much for tuning into our stream here, and good night.